Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alisha and I'm the Sew Crafty Teacher. Thank you for joining me today. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am working on 3 Etsy orders. They're 3 applique shirts. I am prepping one right now and I'm showing you where the top part of the hoop is supposed to go. So I'm sliding it in, checking my seams, checking my sides, make sure it's straight because you don't want a crooked shirt. So now that I have it set the way I want, and I am using a mighty hoop for those who are curious, and then I'm going to just snap it because it's a magnetic hoop, and it is on. So now I have my jump drive. I am going to insert it into the machine and pull up my race car design. Right now I am making sure I have all of my colors and all of my stops so that I can add my applique pieces. So this is the first design. Now before I get started, I got to make sure I add my cutaway stabilizer. I do not hoop my stabilizer, I float on all designs. Alright, so the machine is going and it's going to do my first placement stitch. Now I'm on my second design, which is a Minnie Mouse I'm Toodle shirt. I'm using a baby lock embroidery professional. So I've set everything up. Now I'm going to make sure my colors match the numbers that I have assigned it to. Now that I have that, it's time to let it roll. So now it's doing the placement stitch for the number 2. Now we are on the third design. This is a Brother PR655. The first design I showed you was on a Brother PR1000E. So I'm just doing a tack down stitch, and this is for a red and black Minnie Mouse shirt. I am getting ready to trim the fabric on my applique. I'm using my favorite double curved scissors. There's a link down below in the description. So right now I am just cutting the applique portion for the number 2 Minnie Mouse I'm Toodle shirt, pink and black. Now I am cutting the applique for the Minnie Mouse I'm Toodle shirt, red and black. Make sure when you are trimming your applique excess fabric to trim as close as you can to the thread, but not too close because you don't want your applique to come up or your stitching to be off. Now I'm trimming the applique for the number 1 race car birthday shirt that I am working on for one of my Etsy orders. So I am trimming the number 1, and I'm also trimming the wheels on the car. So when you are adding your applique pieces, don't feel like you have to add one big piece. I am actually using 2 pieces of scrap fabric. So make sure you save those scraps because you never know when you might need them or could use them. So I am cutting apart 2 pieces. I'm going to add those 2 glitter vinyl pieces to my Minnie Mouse applique. And I use glitter vinyl all the time. I am trimming another part of the applique from the race car design that I have. So just trimming. Now I'm back to the Minnie Mouse shirt. I am using glitter heat transfer vinyl. So I lay it down when there's the placement stitch. After the placement stitch, I just leave it there and let it stitch out. And what's so cool about it is that you can actually just pull the vinyl off. And this is what I'm doing now, checking, and I'm getting ready for my next applique piece. I'm cutting the other part for the bows. So both of these are going to be for the Minnie Mouse bows. These are the last pieces of applique I have to use. Now I have to trim the extra fabric so that it's shaped into a bow. So trimming, steady trimming, just trimming, just trimming. Okay, I think I'm about done. Okay, so I am finished trimming the other bow on the other Minnie Mouse shirt. So I'm going to just trim, trim, trim until it is all nice and neat. Make sure you trim it so it will not show through the threads. Now I have all 3 machines going. All the applique pieces have been added. Oh, and look, they're all finished. They all took about the same amount of time to do, so it's pretty good because time is money. Right now I'm just taking all of the shirts off the hoop, and because they are magnetic, I always make sure that I put the words on top of words. So make sure that it's facing, they're both are facing the same direction, so they're easier to store and you don't have to use so much force to pull them apart. But every time I take a shirt off the hoop, especially if I'm not going to do an additional shirt, I make sure that I properly put away my hoops to make sure that I don't have several of them stuck to each other, because it happens. Now I'm just prepping my shirt so that I can trim the back and cut the cutaway stabilizer. So right now I am just trimming the back. Make sure you get all of those extra threads. I use my orange Fisker scissors to trim the back. They are linked down below if you would like to purchase them. Now I gather all of my shirt in the middle because I'm getting ready to trim the cutaway stabilizer. So I'm just trimming around, making sure that I have everything laid out correctly because I do not want to cut the shirt or the thread. And I'm going to do the same for the other shirts. I'm just going to lay it down, gather the fabric in the middle, and cut away the stabilizer. And I only use cutaway stabilizer. So right now I'm adding the cover stitch. The cover stitch helps protect the design and also prevents the design itself from scratching the child, because those fresh threads can be a little bothersome. So I just make sure that I have it properly on there, and I'm cutting and just making sure that the size is correct. I only do this for my children's shirts. And so now that I have it, I am straightening it up and now pulling down on my heat press, throwing away my trash, trying to clean as I go. Now flipping it to the right side. I stretch it out a little bit to make sure everything looks good. And I give it one last press after I have it where I want it and everything looks good. I press about 10 seconds and that shirt is finished. And I pretty much do that with all of them. Now I am writing thank you to my customer and I'm signing it with my name at the bottom. I do this on every single receipt. Now I'm prepping the shirt to be shipped. So I am just folding the sleeves, folding, making sure that the design is showing and no part of it is folded. I want the customer to see the full design when they take it out of the package. As I say all the time, presentation is everything. Now I'm taking the shirt and putting it inside the cellophane self-adhesive bag and closing it up. And then I'm just going to do that for the rest of the orders. I am done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned some tips along the way. Hope you enjoyed working with me. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and if you have any comments, any questions, just leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao.